Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and just welcome if you are new here. This is Coasters and Places. Today's video I wanted to do an in-depth review of Gatekeeper at Cedar Point. So Gatekeeper opened in 2013 and it's famous because of its location, how it goes over the main entrance, hence the name Gatekeeper. It was the third B&M at Cedar Point, and when it opened on opening weekend, it made it the most successful opening weekend ever at Cedar Point to this date. So some key stats: it has a 170-foot tall lift hill, it's a top drop of 164 feet. It has two support towers with keyhole elements that the trains travel through, creating a really neat near-miss element. Maximum speed is approximately 67 miles an hour. It's 4,164 feet long, pulls 4 G-forces. It lasts 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and it has 6 inversions. So let's talk about the ride experience. So this ride, the cube, is located right along the beach at Cedar Point. And when you get up closer to the steps that'll take you up to the ride platform, you'll get to choose whether you want the right side of the train or the left side of the train, being a B&M Wing Coaster. That is how you would load. There'll be two different sides. If you do choose the left side of the train, going up the lift hill, you will get a great view of Lake Erie. If you choose the right side, you will get a view of the park. But so after leaving the station, the train turns 180 degrees to the right and it begins to climb that big 170-foot tall chain lift hill. At the top of the lift hill, it immediately enters the first element, which is called the wing over drop. That's pretty famous on these B&M Wing Coasters, and with that it rotates 180 degrees before descending 164 feet in a half loop. So that's the biggest drop, and that is where it attains its maximum speed of that 67 miles per hour, and you experience those 4 Gs. After the first drop, the train enters an inland loop, which is under the lift hill. But after that, the train turns right onto a camelback hill, and then it goes through an oversized corkscrew element. B&M actually calls this a giant flat spin, and then it goes through my favorite part of the ride, which is the 2 keyhole elements, which is right near the park's entrance. It towers above those park entrances, creating a near-miss element. And every time I instinctively kind of duck, even though you're not gonna hit the supports, but it's just that feeling like, hey, you could, the near miss element. I really like that. Now, both keyholes are connected by a 0G roll inversion though. And then the train goes down low to the ground, enters an incline dive loop, and then the track reaches its turnaround point to come back to the station. So with that, it'll go 360 in an inline twist, and then it passes by those 2 keyhole towers again. It doesn't go through them, but near them to create those near-miss elements again. And then it enters the mid-course brake run, which is honestly more towards the end of the course. And then you have another hill that dips low to the ground, and then you get your 360-degree downward helix. Then another small hill before hitting the final brake run to the station. So what do I think about Gatekeeper? So I really like Gatekeeper. I tend to change my order of the the coasters in general at Cedar Point around. I would say this is not my favorite B&M at the park. Raptor is my favorite B&M. So I would say Gatekeeper overall is probably my second, but I really do like Valraven's Drop, but I would still say Gatekeeper is my Second favorite B&M at the park. I think it's a smooth ride. It's a long ride. I love the near misses, and I love how it's a pretty blue coaster. It is my second favorite B&M Wing Coaster that I have rode, but I haven't made it to Rapterra yet, so it may drop down into third. My favorite's Thunderbird. And then Gatekeeper does have 3 trains, and each with 8 cars of 4 seats each, with 2 on each side. It has the B&M vest restraints, which to me, these things kind of tighten up a little bit more than like the vest restraints over on Valraven. And then there's certain rows that will actually enable larger riders to ride. I think it's 3, 4, 5, 6, the inner seats. I really like the front of the trains. It's shaped to resemble the head of a griffin, and then the griffin eyes actually light up, and I just noticed that at my last visit to Cedar Point. I never noticed it before, and I'm like, oh, that is so cool. And the outside seats actually have LED lighting too, which again, really cool. So Gatekeeper is more quiet than, say, Raptor and Rougarou, fun fact, because the track and supports are filled with sand to reduce the noise as it goes over the main entrance. A little fun fact about Gatekeeper that I'm sure a lot of people did not know. And at its opening, it did break some world records. It became the longest and fastest wing coaster, featuring the longest drop, and contained the most inversions. But for a wing coaster. And it's received mostly positive reviews from the media and public. Biggest complaint is that those vest restraints get pretty tight sitting on the brake run. But it's just a minor complaint overall. I think Gatekeeper is an absolutely wonderful ride. I love it. I ride it every time I go to Cedar Point, and I think you should check out Gatekeeper as well. See how you like it if you haven't already. And as it stands, definitely still my favorite second B&M Wing Coaster. May drop down to third, but it's still a very solid, smooth ride. And I just want to thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Please like it if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to my channel. It would greatly help me out. Thank you.